Hey guys, welcome back. It's Thecardists, and today I'm going to be reviewing the bicycle Favole, I believe. If I don't pronounce that right, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce it because it doesn't actually, maybe favourite or Favole. But today, this deck is actually something you can pick up from Bicycle Playing Card Supplies, link in the description, and a big thanks to Davenports for letting me borrow in their studio. So on the front, it has Victoria Francis, on the back, sorry, and it has illustrations. So this deck is probably illustrations from Victoria Francis, who designs them. It sounds French, I'm not too sure, but this deck does sound French to me for some reason. So it has bicycle, and then we have this woman on the front, and this is very unique because usually you have an ace of spades on the front, and it just has a usual ace of spades, so you don't really have a face or a figure on the front. And this is Favole, and on the side it has Favole, and it has one of their illustrations fading in there. On the side it has Favole, and it has some of their illustrations just fading in there as well. On the bottom we have the barcode and some copyright information, and you can recycle it and all that. And then on the back we have 4 of her artworks. We have the Jack, the 8, the Queen, and the 10. And it says Victoria Francis, and an illustration of something else. It says poker cards, and it has 2 different languages here, and then poker deck. And it has a black United States playing card seal with a face just up top there. It says poker cards, and then it has a there's poker decks. So I'm guessing these are different languages for different places. But I believe this deck was made in France, or it was designed in France. We have some bicycle information there, and it's not actually a white box. It's kind of got this kind of dark colour to it. And we have the picture here. We have the flaps here, and there's nothing on them at all. So we'll pull these out. And if you guys don't really like mirrored. If you like mirrored backs, then this is probably going to be a disappointment because the whole deck is one way, and it may be a problem, but I don't think this is a deck that you're going to be using for cardistry and stuff. It's more of a kind of look at collecting deck. So on the front, on the back it says Favole, whatever, and it has the kind of weeds coming across there, like the leaves, and it has a big old tree there, and I'm guessing these have all fallen down, so it's like a pile at the bottom. And this continues with the whole deck, like if you can see when we fan it out, when we pull it out this way, sorry, give me a sec, and you can see that they carry on with the design. It's really grey, really dark actually looking, and that's cool. If you do actually, the camera won't be able to pick this up, but if you do, you have a face the whole way across here, and it may be a leaf, but it looks like a face, and it's like a woman actually, so it's really cool how they've done that. So let's move on to what you receive with this deck. So you receive a couple of things with this deck. We'll just move on to the jokers that you receive. So you receive an extra joker of one of our illustrations of a clown holding a doll, with like crying tear marks. Then we have 2 jokers here that have one that is holding, what is that? It's holding like a mask, and then this one here, this one is just something running away, and this is on the side of the box actually. Then we have this card here. It says Favole, I can't pronounce that, and this is Victoria, and it just has the back design there as well. So we'll just flip this one over, and then you can see the back, and then we'll turn this one over. So obviously I can't go through all the cards or not all the illustrations, because we're going to be here forever, but I'll give you a quick glimpse, and then you can obviously pause it and have a look, but you can actually buy this deck, and then you can actually have a look at it in your hands. So the Ace of Spades has not got a pip. None of these cards have actually got pips. They're just the little tiny ones here, but nothing on the front. You can see it has a nice little design of the butterfly for the Ace of Spades, and it's just one of their illustrations. And it has this border going around like a frame on each one of the cards. It's like a framing the picture that she's drawn. So I'm going to quickly go through, and I'm going to let you have a look. So for I'm only going to show you the hearts and the spades. I'm going to flick through the rest of them. These are all different illustrations that she's actually done. Very unique drawings, really nice drawings actually. And there's a woman here crying, and there's another woman there, and then we have another picture. And these are just all different illustrations that she has drawn. And there is, I'm guessing by the look of them, 52 custom ones that are on the pips. Oh, and the royalty, as you can see, they're just nothing special. They're all good pictures actually. They've got a jack that's a guy, and then you have a woman here for the queen, and then you have a king that's like a man. So they have stuck with the jack, queen, king. Same with the hearts. You can see they have all different kind of looks to them. They have all different standard feels, and oh god, and it has all different illustrations that she's actually made. So we're going to move on to the clubs, and sorry for the noise there, it's just people walking outside the studio, and you can see that these are all different illustrations she'd made, and you have to have a look at it because there's a lot here. This deck's very detailed. This is a bit of a trouble here. Okay, and then the rest of them are just standard. Oh, and then you have the Ace of Diamonds, the front of the box there. So let's move on to how this deck handles. So when it does flip okay-ish, it's a bit, it's okay. It dribbles well, it springs well, it fans well, but it's not really a good looking deck if you fan it, because it looks a bit grey and dark. But there's different ways you can fan it. You can fan it that way, it's really nice and bright, or you can fan it the opposite way where it's nice and dark. So it's a really nice deck if you are a collector, but for a magician I don't think this is a deck for you, because it's different and it's mirrored, and I don't think you can be using this on the streets because it's a bit confusing for the person. So basically check out my last video just there, my last video there, subscribe there, and a big thanks to Davenport's, and you can pick this deck up at Bicycle Playing Card Supply. That's it, I'll see you guys next time, have a great day, goodbye.